What's going on, gangs? Welcome to status update number 16, Sweet 16. Top 5 MTV show, I would say, of the era. Pit My Ride, up there. Um, MTV Cribs, up there. Nitro Circus, Fantasy Factory, Robin Big. We could go, what was that show with the bucket list item? Those four guys, they travel around in a bus, they do bucket list stuff. Something Life. Something Life. That was pretty good. There's a guy named Duncan, I think, in that show. Not Donuts. What else was there? I mean, the dating shows, when you think about it. Next, maybe Before It's Time, honestly. Get off the bus, ugly person walks out, next. You get $1. Parental Controls, remember that one? Girlfriend or boyfriend goes on a date with a rando. You have the parents, and then the real boyfriend and girlfriend all watching it on TV before it's time. That one, pretty good. True Life. True Life, I'm a Ripper fan. The Aussies have adopted me. Back to back champs going for three in a row this week in Houston. Can they do it? I don't know. I don't know. Need a big one from Cam. Need a big one from Cam. Gonna be hot. Definitely gonna be hot. We are back. I have no idea what this the cadence of this show is gonna be. That's the biggest problem I have right now. Should it be every Tuesday morning? Should it be every Monday night? Should it Golf's weird. Everyone talks on Tuesday, so that's when stuff comes out. Sunday night, I'm already working. Should I do it Sunday night? Oh, that sounds brutal. I'd be up till like 11, just yapping in a camera. No one, no one needs that. Maybe Monday nights. We're gonna do that. Let's do Monday night. A couple of housekeeping items. Number one, please like, subscribe, comment. Almost at 300 subs. I think a few episodes ago, I, like a complete moron, said we're going to get to 1,000 this year. We're going to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. I still have faith, but here's what we are going to do to expedite the process. We're going to do a little giveaway for the US Open, courtesy of my guys from B Dratty. Use McDonald 20 at checkout or Fairway and Green or zero restriction. I got the codes. You got to use them. But B Dratty, they have some really nice US Open polos with the Pinehurst boy on the chest. Really nice crest. Great quality polos. Wear them everywhere. I'm not wearing one right now in a t-shirt. I'm actually wearing their pants though. Pretty solid. So here's the deal. We're gonna say if I get to 400 subs by the next video, the US Open preview, which will drop Monday. I guess we're a Monday show. Is that cool with you guys? I think yeah, anytime on Monday though. Got to keep you guys. Oh, you want on the morning commute? Too bad. Might not happen. It could. I'll try to get the US Open preview out Monday morning. I think that's the play. I might even drop it Sunday. This is going horribly. I need a scatterbrain to the max. What we're going to do though is if we get to, let's say 400, we're at 290 right now. We get to 400 by the time the US Open preview gets out and you comment in IN. I hope everyone can spell that. I as in I and N as in no. Hope you got that. If you comment that and you're a subscriber, you are in the race for a polo. Whoever wins, I'll reach out to them, get their sizing, get their address, haunt them for the rest of their lives, and send them a polo. Stalk them a little bit, just wait outside on the corner. Joking. I'm joking. Baby reindeer. Baby reindeer. Creepy Netflix show. Check it out. And if we get to 500, I'll do two giveaways. Okay. So that really means it's on you guys. Tell your family, tell your friends, subscribe to this Morons Golf page. because we're going to go somewhere eventually. At least that's what people around me say. They say, hey, Patrick, I know you don't have a lot going for you. You've been dealt a pretty tough hand, but you got this YouTube page with 290 subscribers. I'm jealous. Serious, that's what they tell me, at least. Okay. Housekeeping items over. Get out of here, Juanita. On to the golf. Little golf, big golf weekend. We got to start with probably the story of the entire weekend. And when you think about it, how much was going on? A national open, two women at Lancaster. Lancaster? Dumb name, Lancaster. Just call it Lancaster. Shout out to the Amish. And then you have the men in Canada at Hamilton. The story that emerged from this weekend, biggest story in the game. We got to talk about this freaking fan caddying for CT Pan. So here's what happened. On Sunday at the Canadian Open, CT Pan's on the third hole. It's wet, it's rainy, slick conditions out there. He has Mike Fluff Cowan on the bag. He might be 300 years old at this point. Legend of the game, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing guy. What the hell is he still doing caddying out there is a completely different conversation. But he is. He's fighting the good fight. Slips, falls, cuts himself with his glasses. He's okay, so we can make fun of this now. That's the most important part. He's all right. CT Pan's like, shit, dude, what do I have to do now? I need someone to carry my sticks. He looks in the crowd. He's like, hey, bud, can you carry my bag? This guy, this is every sports fan's dream. Immediately, he goes, yes, I'm in. Pan makes birdie on three, fourth hole, par five. There's some tension there. PGA Tour wrote that Emerson, this guy's name, uh, Paul Emerson, the caddy, he's carrying CT Pan's bag. And he goes, hey, man, I can talk as much or as little as you want, right? I'm just here to carry the bag. Don't mind me. Pan goes, not much of a talker. I'm good, dude. Next hole, Emerson's off the bag. See you later. Oh, okay. Look at that. See you later. Bogey's a par five. They bring in someone from caddy services from the club. Then they get a real caddy. Man, Paul Emerson, though. What a run. I don't know if there's anything else that could compare to that in sport. That is more realistic than the half court halftime shot at an NBA game. It's better than the court length putt that college kids do at halftime of their game. I think the only thing that would come close to caddying in the real competition, you're in it. You're in the thick of things. Actual competition. It would be like running the chains almost at an NFL game or somehow being a coach on an NFL sideline. It's like you from the crowd, our OC's out. We need you to call this drive. Maybe it's like throwing Red Panda, the Bulls at halftime. That might be the closest thing, honestly, to caddying for a guy who's out of contention, has no chance to win a golf tournament early on Sunday. And you got to wonder, was this guy boozing at all? Early, cold, rainy. That is prime beer drinking weather, 100%, and a little hefty. I'm not gonna say it, but he was. There are some mean comments about him. I understand the caddy bib. Fluff is a very small man. It was a little snug. I digress. Okay, Bobby Mack wins the golf tournament though. Fantastic win. Father on the bag, his fourth caddy in 18 months. I think that says a lot about Bobby MacIntyre, even though he's big shot Bob. I'm from Oban, Scotland. Oh, I'm just a wee lad. Blood, guts, everything you want from me, mate. I've no idea what accent this is, but it's Scottish now. Oh, I'm just a wee lad from Oban, Scotland. I got my daddy on the bag. His name's Dougie. He's just a greenskeeper. Oh, greenskeeper Willie. Oddly enough, that lines up. He wins the golf tournament. Great story, obviously. Having your old man on the bag, it's an accomplishment enough to get through 18 holes playing with your dad, especially if you're a competitive golfer, you know this. 72 holes to do it and to win the golf tournament. Check, check. Two wins in my book, maybe even three, two for the price of one. But the big story was obviously he was on edge the entire day because of a CBS drone that was hovering around him. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Talked to the rules official, said he's not going to play until that drone's out of there. First time, they zip it out of there. No biggie. Then on number nine, it happens again, and he is livid, pissed. And the boom mic picks up the audio, and he goes, I know I'm not Canadian. I know I'm not American, and you don't want me to win this golf tournament, but you need to get that out of here. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You got to find something to stay motivated, I guess. Canadian or American. That's only who we want to win. Where's Rory McIlroy from? Hmm, I forget. Bobby Mack wins. Great for him. Kudos. Not playing in the Memorial. Stayed true to his word, which is very impressive. Asked if he was going to play in the Memorial this week. He goes, I don't know. I'm just going to fly back to Scotland, throw a banger, come back, play the US Open. Sorry, Jack. Barbara, wee little lad, Robert MacIntyre. That one felt more Irish. I'm a man of few skills, and of those, accents, not one of them. People probably offended. There's some bad ones out there, not gonna lie. I used to have a soccer trainer. We're not gonna get into that. Okay, next. Masters Lottery opened. I don't know why I have that written down, but it is. If you win, send me the tickets so I can sell them for face value, obviously, under a pseudonym. Don't worry about it. Okay. Probably the biggest news to come out. Joe Ogilvy, not Jeff, not the US Open winner, not El Jefe, but Joe Ogilvy. For those of you who don't know Joe, longtime PGA Tour member, played in like almost 400 tournaments, retired. Well, while he was a PGA Tour member, he was also on the board, retired, went into money management, and now he's back in the game. He's on the PGA Tour board. He's like a liaison for him. Everyone loves Joe Ogilvy. One, I think it's just kind of weird. This guy, I feel like the players are just like, oh, he's an old PGA Tour player and now he's in finance. He's going to be great for this. Dude, do you know how many golfers there are out there in finance? Probably 50% of them, minimum. So I don't, it's kind of weird this guy is like involved. Not that he's involved, but he got this job really easily, it seems like. He did go to Duke, which, look, I didn't go to Duke. I applied. I'll admit it. Didn't early decision, actually. Didn't get rejected, but got deferred, which pretty fucking good if you ask me. But I feel like this guy, class ring, probably on. Shaking your hand, class of 89. What, dude? I asked you about the weather. Yeah, econ major. Okay, so money guy, PGA Tour guy on the board. Does an interview, Eamon Lynch, golf week. There's some pretty funny stuff on there. I think you know the biggest one probably when it comes to Patrick Cantlay. Here's a quote Joe Ogilvy had regarding Patrick Cantlay. Patrick's obviously a voice. When he speaks, and he doesn't speak very often, he carries a lot of weight. But I've only been on the board since March 9th. Patrick is incredibly detail oriented. I joked with him one time that if he wasn't a professional golfer, he could be a distressed debt investor and probably make more money. He remembers facts and he's a bulldog. He has strong opinions. I've read what's been said about him, about he's controlling the board and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to say it's wildly inaccurate, but I would say it's very inaccurate. A lot to unpack there. One, he pretty much inadvertently called Patrick Kentley an asshole, like a nice way. Like my buddy, like I have friends who are assholes. This is how I would probably describe them, right? He's a bulldog. He has strong opinions. Asshole. Asshole. Name that movie. Second, I don't want to say it's wildly inaccurate, but I would say it's very inaccurate. What the hell does that mean? Dude, is it what are the difference between wildly inaccurate and very inaccurate? I don't want to say it's wildly inaccurate, which means I don't want to say just take the adverbs out of this. Adverbs do nothing for me. I don't want to say it's inaccurate, is what he's saying, but I would say it's inaccurate to varying degrees, obviously. So if it's a varying degree, if we're on the scale right now, that means there's some truth to it. So PC's obviously he's got his tentacles intertwined. Good for him. Good for him. Here's another funny part. First meeting with Yasser Al Ding Dong. Cannot pronounce his last name. I just call him His Excellency. And so they ran into the same problem too. When asked about the first meeting, he says, it was a perfect first meeting. When we were going into the room, one of the big things was how do we address him? If we're going to address him as His Excellency. That's just kind of weird. He comes in the room, shakes everyone's hand, looks at you right in the eye, and says, my name's Yasser. Please call me Yasser. Thank you, Yasser. Final thing. And there was some fan stuff considered. We might be seeing some stuff in the playoffs. We might be seeing some stuff next year. We'll cross that bridge when we do. Who knows, right? The fan. Please. I was talking to what's Dennis? What is that guy's name? Paul. I already forget his name. Paul Dennis? No. Oh my goodness. Chief Competition Officer. Tyler Dennis. Tyler Dennis. Talking to him in Charlotte. The fan. Dude, it was a PR script. It's like, actually say something with substance. Why don't you? Ironic coming from me. I know. Okay. Where's the last one? It's about Jaybird. Sorry, I'm zipping through this. How would you rate Jay's performance? This question was posed to Joe Ogilvy. He said, Jay kind of got off on the back foot with the framework agreement rollout being challenged, but Jay is a survivor. Outwit, outlast, outplay. He didn't say that. Sorry, I did. He's got a huge amount of respect from his team. The players over time went from, quote, let's get rid of this guy, to, quote, this is the guy who's going to lead us. He's incredibly good when he's engaged with sponsors. He's incredibly good one-on-one with the guys. I think he wishes he had a 1 year mulligan. It was obviously an incredibly stressful time. He might get comeback player of the year award. A lot of things. He's a survivor. Jeff Prost. Good for, yeah, just good for him for surviving, right? Not many people saw that coming. I don't know if he's going to survive, but he's a survivor for now. Two, comeback player of the year. I would love a world next season or even at the Tour Championship when he's speaking next to the world, has his annual press conference. We got people voting on Player of the Year award. Everyone's going to be talking up Scotty. It's unbelievable his consistency. We're going to have Rookie of the Year award, which could be a couple people, right? Could be Bobby MacIntyre. Could be Jake Knapp. I'm sure I'm missing some other people as well. And then at the end, he's going to be like, and we're bringing back the Comeback Player of the Year award and a unanimous vote from the board and the membership. It has been awarded to PGA Tour Commissioner, PGA Tour Enterprises CEO, Jay Monahan. It is the picture of Barack Obama giving himself the Purple Heart. That's what I'm hoping. That's pretty much it. There's some other good stuff in there if you really want to dive into it. It's on Golf Week. Good Q&A. It's fun. It's going to be really interesting for these players now that they're a for-profit, where they're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Not a lot, but they're going to be doing things that they like just don't want to, right? You think about all these other sports organizations and what they have to do with sponsor commitments and media commitments, and they're going to be forced to do more and more and more of those. And trust me, not a lot of those guys love to do that. Some do, don't get me wrong. They love hearing themselves talk. Also ironic, and seeing themselves in front of the camera. Strike three, you're out. So that's something to keep in mind, I guess. But Jay Monahan, winner of season 310 of Survivor, outwit, outlast, outplay. Kudos to you, the comeback player of the year in 2024, off the 1 year mulligan. What a backhanded compliment by Joe. He might be smarter than I think. Class of 89, Duke University, econ. He was probably finance. I think that's all we got. So we got the Memorial this week, which has a cut. Looking into the future of the PGA Tour, these guys need to get rid of these signature events, just how it's formatted. It's horrible. It is so bad. It's just like, oh wow, this just came across. Adam Scott says PGA Tour live negotiations to heat up very soon. A source says that could be as early as this week. Whoa. Oh, that's cool to see. All right. PIF's PIF's coming along. But these signature events, man, it's like we have three cuts, Riv, Bay Hill, and this. You cut like 10 guys. It's a joke. Get back to 100-man fields, top 50 in ties, and go from there. That's so much better than 70 guys cut down to 50. Cut half the field. Do that. And if you miss a cut, you're out of the next signature event, unless you're a really big name. You can just use the sponsors exemption, right? Webb Simpson, how you doing, pal? That was a cheap shot. I digress. That's my only gripe with this. The lack of meaning late on Friday, it sucks. It sucks. There's more to play for in these tournaments than just a win. And that's what the PGA Tour is forgetting. Look at Maverick McNeely, what he did this past weekend. He made the cut on the number, balled out over the last 36 holes, earned a spot in the Open Championship at the Canadian Open. How cool is that? Nick Taylor was playing like shit all week. He's got the whole nation at his back Friday afternoon, willing him to try to make the cut. He didn't, but it was cool to watch. Nelly Korda, even on the women's side, trying to make the cut after shooting 80 on Thursday. Cool to watch. And they just take that from us. Those bastards. Whatever. Okay. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Short show today. Just wanted to say hello. Shake hands, make the rounds, make sure everyone's doing well. Slip you a 20 like your grandfather at Thanksgiving. Everything okay? Cool. Cool. Uh, of note though, giveaway during the US Open preview, which is going to drop, I guess, Monday. It's going to drop on Monday since this is now a Monday show. Also of note, this is now a Monday show. So remember that. Longest day in golf today. Super cool. We probably won't touch on any of those players. Maybe Joaquin Niemann, maybe Dean Burmeister, Adam Scott, looking for his 92nd straight major championship appearance. He's going through final. So some cool storylines, obviously. And we'll get some unknown guys, some older amateurs, some older journeyman players, some young kids who are going to get through, which will be awesome. But busy stretch of the summer, Memorial, and Live Golf Houston. It's not lost on me, fellas. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. US Open at Pinehurst #2. Once again, not going. The eye in the sky does not respect me. And then the Travelers Championship as well, which is always a great event, but no cut, signature event. Fart noise. So that is going to do it for producer Pat. For intern Rick, he's still around. He's not in Albuquerque quite yet. I think we have Tour Championship. Yeah. Okay. Which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I am Patrick. This was status update number 16. I'll catch you guys next time.